Please subscribe to Facetv Africa and turn the notification on. Facetv Africa, ẹ jọ̀ọ́, subscribe, hete.
Face TV was Swoby.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce myself. My name is Dr. George-Nweke, the immediate past head of service of Rivers State. You will recall that yesterday I addressed the press. After some hours of addressing the press, I saw a video of my wife trending online that I was kidnapped and that I made my statement under duress. I've already debunked that. My wife cannot speak for me on civil service matters when I'm still healthy and mentally very fit. Let me say it again. I was not kidnapped. Thank God you heard her when she said that I flew from Port Harcourt to Abuja. I flew with Igbo Air. At least no kidnapper can carry me on a flight. And I know probably, and I believe, that she would have been misinformed. As head of my family, I apologize sincerely to the public on her behalf. Maybe I also think that she did that so that she will escape any harm. Or they were already hunting for me. So they went and frightened her. She must have done that also to secure herself. I also listened to the suspended governor's reaction to my press statement. I was surprised that he never debunked my allegations of bringing down the assembly, which was the main subject matter. Rather, he was talking about other issues. The big question is this, and I want you to reason. This is over 1 year, and the assembly was brought down. Yet, no panel of inquiry was set up. And there has not been any report on that incident from the state government until date, at least until the time I can remember, maybe yesterday. I don't know if today. Not even a police investigation. I call on the federal government to set up an independent investigation team. The truth, which is known on the lips of every person that's on the streets of Port Harcourt anyway, will now be made formal. Secondly, he mentioned that, how will I be in a meeting with him and Bala Mohammed? Ladies and gentlemen, I never said I was in a meeting with him and Bala Mohammed. Everything I said was what he told me personally, one-on-one. Maybe to mock me. My past statements stand as evidence to all that I have said. At this point, I know, it's understandable, I could be making some feeble denial of not having told me these things, but this doesn't change the facts. And all I wish to do is to tell the public the truth. What is done with the truth is for the state and for the growth of our nation. Lastly, I want to state here that I'm not a politician. I'm a career civil servant. My service has traversed through different sectors. I was a lecturer. I rose to lecturer 1 and left lecturer in 1995 and grew gradually and steadily to the position of director in 2004, then 2023, by the special grace of God, I was elevated to the position of a head of service. I want to reiterate here that I love my state. This state that gave me the opportunity to grow from level 0 to the enviable position of head of service cannot be brought down this way. It makes me to cry. This state cannot be destroyed this way. The state that was once the pride of the whole nation cannot be thrown into the dustbin just overnight. I may be beneficiary of the government of Rivers State. I cannot therefore watch this state, which I have benefited from, to be destroyed by politicians for their personal ego. I cannot also give all my evidences on the media. Some are sensitive, or more sensitive than this. I will give details to the proper authorities when required of me. The level of stealing of public funds and assets witnessed in the last 2 years is mind-boggling and never ever experienced in the history of the state, as we also had the highest allocation ever during this period. I've also heard people saying that I have been compromised. If at all I could be compromised, then it should have been the governor, who is my benefactor, who actually appointed me as head of service of Rivers State. I want to tell you here that I never compromised while I was in the system. Why would it be now that I've compromised myself, that now that I've left the system? Finally, what was the reason of going to my house to harass my wife in the name of interviewing her, instead of calling me for a reaction? Why did they go to harass my wife? This is so personal to me because they brought my wife to public disgrace. Let me also advise my fellow citizens of Rivers State that they should not destroy our state for peanuts. Let me advise politicians, please, don't destroy your state for peanuts. Condemn what is bad. Evil is evil. And bringing down a parliament is evil. Targeted national assets for destruction is evil. Intentionally whipping up tribal settlements, tribal and sectional settlements is evil. We must condemn this. I've also spoken to my wife, who I can tell you that I am her chief security officer. I have directed her to meet me where I am, or where I will meet her up in Port Harcourt soon. After I've told her to stay in the security office in Port Harcourt, I'll meet her soon when I finish what I'm doing here. And she's on her way to that place. I sincerely apologize to her for whatever stress she has passed through, but I know that she and my entire family and my community will be proud of me, especially her. She's proud that she married a man that can make an extreme sacrifice for society, for justice, and for good governance. Finally, to Mr. President and security agencies, I beg you, don't sweep this under the carpet. Please. Don't sweep this under the carpet. Come and save Rivers State from destruction. Governor Fubara and his infantile cohorts have invested much in destroying Rivers State. Let it stop now. Let me say here that this may be the last conference I will grant on this matter, as I am not financially buoyant to continue on this trajectory. The rest that I will do will be with security agencies. Any other press granted now by any other person around me should please be disregarded. These are serious issues that should not be discussed much on the media. For abundance of caution, and those who were not at the briefing yesterday, I can repeat my briefing and adopt all as mine. Long live Rivers State, long live Nigeria. You're asking why I had to leave at this time. I had to leave because I was studying the environment. As a serving civil servant, you're under oath. There are some things you cannot say. You can advise, but you can't come to the media because you're a civil servant. If you make any error, I don't know if any of you from NT or state media, if you are sacked on your job, you may not, nobody may explain it. You have been sacked, you have been sacked. So I waited for this time when I felt that the environment was okay for me to make this disclosure. Everything will not be on the media. Let the captions be there. When the security agencies invite me, I'll make more disclosure. Some of these are better so than in the media. Against me personally? No. I'm impeccable. No person has. I've worked as a permanent secretary since 2009. I have never. And that's why I may not have enjoyed all that patronage, because I'm even a whistleblower. Yes, I have retired. I'm in a contract that will end by November. So it's November I'm supposed to exit.
Please subscribe to Face TV Africa and turn the notification on. Face TV Africa, subscribe, hete.
Face TV was Swoby.